I love Mario. Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 64, Double Dash, Mario Kart 8, Mario Party, Mario and the Freaking Rabbits, Mario and Sonic, Paper Mario, Mario Tennis, the crappy mobile game, the list goes on. I like Mario. I'm a fan. I've got Mario stickers on my roof. One of them fell off. One of the best video game franchises ever. It's iconic for a reason. Zelda's even better though. That being said, I love movies a heck of a lot more than I love Mario. And that is because narrative motion pictures, or if you want to be all Scorsese about it, cinema, more than any other medium of art, has the capacity to be thought-provoking, poignant, moving, inspiring, and meaningful. So when you put the two together, what do you get? Today, I'll set out to answer that question. Hello there, I'm Ibby, and welcome to Cinema Nerd, where today I'll be giving my review of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I'd say this review has spoilers, but there really aren't any, and no plot details are honestly gonna ruin the movie. Anyway, let's start with the story. Okay, there's like no story. That's kinda weird, cause the story here is just an excuse for a bunch of shenanigans and a million references, which is fine. I don't go to a Mario game for a deep story. It's not The Last of Us or Red Dead 2 or something. It's Mario. It's a platforming Italian plumber trying to save the princess. But again, I love cinema millions of times more. I'm not gonna list all the good movies I've seen. That list is way too exhaustive. Check my letterbox, which I'm still updating for that. Shameless plug. Anyway, in my view, the single most critical element of a film is its narrative, the story it tries to tell, and there just really isn't one here. Just think about that for a second. What is the theme of the Mario movie? I genuinely can't think of one. Be brave? I don't think so. And the thing is, I'm weirdly okay with that? I reviewed the movie Cocaine Bear a couple months ago, and the thesis of that video is essentially that films have the capacity to be wildly entertaining while not functioning as works as well-crafted art, and thus can feel hollow because they can do both simultaneously. This isn't a sequel to that video, but it is the antithesis of it. Because though I have to detract points from the film for its inability to craft an engaging story, it ceases to feel soulless, and the passion and love for the source material shines through. This is all shocking to me because I cannot put into words how much I despise Illumination. They make the most bland, corporate, safe pandering crap, and the minions. Oh, the minions. Oh, I think this is honestly the first good movie they've ever made. The strongest aspect of this film, in my opinion, is just how it's a real love letter to gaming's most iconic series and Nintendo's flagship franchise. Every single second, I was like Leo in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Just reference after reference. That's from the game, that's from the game, that's from the game. There are some more obvious ones, and then also some really deep cuts, even references to other Nintendo franchises. Usually this kind of filmmaking feels hollow and dull, but it's really the whole appeal of the movie here, and it has this sort of intangible quality where it doesn't feel soulless, it feels heartfelt. It was just dopamine hit after dopamine hit. My sister and I were going crazy. Was it sophisticated? No. I can't complain though. My ADHD brain needs that dopamine. I found the presentation of the movie, generally speaking, to be very impressive as well. It doesn't have the graphical fidelity of Pixar films, but the visuals are vibrant and just nice to look at for 90 minutes. A lot of cool directorial choices were in it too. There's a sense of gravity and scale and awe and wonder. It doesn't feel too basic or bland. It has that human touch, and some real skill is shown. That's really surprising to me because the film's two directors are quite inexperienced. One of them has never made a feature film before, and the other only directed Teen Titans Go to the movies, which is a movie I really don't like. Bring back the original Teen Titans, please! The action sequences and set pieces and funny moments feel kinetic and dynamic. What's even stronger though is Brian Tyler's original score with constant orchestral remixes of classic Mario tunes. It's exuberant, energetic, and really well done. There are also some really weird 80s needle drops. They take away opportunities to include more remixes, and that's kind of a crying shame, but like, this is such a stupid movie, I don't know what to say. And if you want to talk about music, we gotta talk about Peaches, 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 Peaches. Dig it, dig it, dig it. Which leads into a greater point about the voice acting and the individual characters. Mario here is a pretty standard protagonist. Not great, but not bad. They plant some seeds of him trying to be a hero and not be a literal failure in his father's eyes, but it's just basic kids movie stuff. It feels like general Illumination, one of the weak points of the movie. And of course, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room.
Man, I spent hours of my life stomping Koopas.
Chris Pratt.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
The movie became infamous for its hilarious stunt casting back in 2021. Instead of getting professionally trained voice actors who fit the roles or their iconic vocal performances from the past, they chose big stars who would get attention and buzz, but result in mixed results in the film. It did definitely generate buzz though.
First, of course,
The
who will be played by Chris Pratt.
what?
He's so cool. Mario will be talking a lot in the movie.
He's
Please
so
look forward
cool.
to Mario as performed by the very talented
He's so
Chris
cool.
Mario's little brother
What the
Luigi will be played by Charlie Day.
What?
I'm excited for you to see this timid
He's
sibling
so
appear
funny.
on screen.
What the
Will be played by the one and only Jack Black. I'm expecting a monster performance by Jackson. The comedian
What the
Keegan will be playing Toad. I'm looking forward to great comedic moments. Even though this is a Mario movie, Donkey Kong will also be making an appearance. He will be played by Seth.
All publicity is good publicity, I guess. Chris Pratt was easily the most polarizing. He's shown he can be a good voice actor in the Lego Movie and Onward and stuff like that, but he just didn't seem to fit for Mario. In this movie, he just sounds like Chris Pratt, an average dude, which is fine. He has a couple hints of being Italian, and he goes over the top. Very successfully, I might add, in the commercial sequence. But I just accepted that it's Chris Pratt and moved on. I love the Charles Martinet cameo, but he of course couldn't have been Mario throughout the entire movie, because it simply just didn't fit what they were going for. They should have just cast me though. Wahoo! Let's go! It's me, Mario! Subscribe! Like the video, comment down below to join the conversation, share with family and friends, and watch more videos for more cinema content. Next, we have Princess Peach, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, who is a great actor. She could play Princess Peach in live action, to be honest. She sounds exactly what I thought Princess Peach would sound like, so I have no complaints regarding the voice acting. Her characterization is a different story though. She's the perfect, strong female character archetype who does everything right and easily and makes no mistakes and gets everything right on the first try and has no flaws. Mary Sue randomly becomes Elsa in the third act, blah 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 blah. I'm all for having strong female characters that can be inspiring, but it just feels really forced here. Some of the standard Illumination is starting to bleed into it. She's good though, and I like how Bowser and Mario simp for her. But they also don't do a stupid romance plot between her and Mario, so that's good restraint on the filmmaker's part. She has a lot of potential moving forward in what will undoubtedly become a major franchise. I love Luigi. Luigi is the best character in the Mario franchise. He's better than Mario. Mario's a bully. Luigi is the GOAT. Charlie Day did what Chris Pratt was unable to do. He brought a character to life and created a fitting vocal performance without going full Jared Leto in House of Gucci. His personality, humor, and scenes in the film are great too. The strong bond between him and Mario could have been explored better, but Luigi just isn't really relevant in the movie, other than being the one captured rather than Peach, which is kind of a shame. He also has to deal with that morbidly depressed star who was funny at first but got kind of annoying eventually. Still, Luigi's great though. Honestly, my favorite part of the movie is the end, where the two Mario brothers are working together to defeat Bowser, and it feels like an actual Mario Brothers movie rather than just a Mario movie. My single favorite moment though is when Mario's about to die because Bowser's shooting fire at him, and Luigi blocks the fire with a freaking manhole cover as a shield. I feel like you could slap the Avenger theme on that and it would work perfectly. Luigi, my boy, I'm so proud of you. I need a Luigi's Mansion movie now. Have a really fun horror movie and take him from cowardly to brave and epic, but always stress that his kindness and empathy is what makes him admirable. It could actually be thematically appropriate and send a good message, unlike this movie, which doesn't make an attempt, honestly. Then we have Jack Black. He's awesome, as he always is in every role. He brings so much life, fun, and energy to Bowser. He feels intimidating and like a threat at certain points, especially the opening scene, but he's also incompetent and laughable. I think they should have leaned into it more and really given the character's writing room for Jack Black to just be himself. If you're gonna cast a Dublinsky, go all in on him. Again, I do really like him simping for Peach. Taking inspiration from Odyssey especially. My thing is though, why do you need that star? We see that it only gives immunity for a little while just like in the game, so why does anyone care? Which is power level anyway. In summary, Bowser's good. Oh, and they beat him by spinning him around by the tail, let's freaking go! Toad is good too. I think his casting's kind of weird. Maybe they should lean more into the Captain Toad angle of it, but yeah, Toad is fine. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong is, confusing. He's just Seth Rogen, which is good. I like Seth Rogen. His introductory scenes are easily the strongest, and I love the BK chant. But I always pictured Donkey Kong as being, I don't know, dumber? Simpler? I don't know. He's just kind of high on weed in this movie, which that's just Seth Rogen. I think there's obviously potential for a Donkey Kong movie, but they gotta make sure they nail the titular character. Also, Cranky Kong. He isn't cranky enough. He doesn't feel cranky. Like, that's his whole shtick. You need to do the shtick correctly. They gotta make him really upset. Perfect fan casting. Harrison Ford for Cranky Kong. So, when all is said and all is done, what is the final verdict on the movie? It's an especially interesting question because it's almost universally beloved by general audiences, but polarizing and underwhelming for critics. Again, I think it's lacking in story, in creating meaning through narrative. But does the creation of sheer unbridled joy for millions and millions of people not in and of itself hold significance? Does its ability to put smiles on faces for a full 90 minutes and beyond not speak for itself? Film, fundamentally, creates an experience. And though this movie is certainly not cinema, or intellectually challenging whatsoever for that matter, does it not masterfully deliver on its intended effect? It succeeded at everything it attempted to do, and it was thoroughly enjoyable, both intentionally and unintentionally, throughout the entire runtime for so many people, including myself. It stands above Cocaine Bear because that film was fun for a little bit and no more. Ultimately, forgettable. There's a sentimentality here though, because Mario has shaped so many people's childhoods. The film has charm and passion. Is there always potential for in-depth and nuanced storytelling in film? Yeah, of course, but that only exists in order to create a desired experience. For those films, it is to incite contemplation. I may wish for more sophistication in my Mario movie, but this one has every bit of charm as the game franchise does. And though it's certainly not cinema, perhaps it's ill-advised on my part to wish it was. Huge L for me there. Weaving cinema with theme park filmmaking is certainly possible, but ultimately, we go to a movie theater for an experience. And the Mario movie gave me that in droves. Because ultimately, we come to this place for magic. We come to movie theaters to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that. All of us. That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim and we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Together. Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best part of us, and stories feel perfect and powerful.
Because here, they are.
Cinema Nerd, subscribe. Also, we just not gonna talk about how the Blue Shell had Mario and Donkey Kong when they were in second place? 2 out of 10 movie, it sucks.